Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome to Beginners Yoga. I'm so happy that you're here joining me today. Really, there's no such thing as being good at yoga. We're just meeting our bodies where they're at. And so today we're going to move nice and slow. We're going to move through some spinal movements, and we'll establish 4 different poses, flow through them a bit, and then call it a day. It'll be short and sweet. Let's do it. We're going to start off in Vidrasana, which is sitting on our heels. So you can either, if this is uncomfortable for you, you can either sit on a pillow like I'm doing, or shove that pillow under your butt in between your butt and your calves, like this. Sitting up with a straight spine and just closing down the eyes for a minute. Bringing yourself into the present moment. Whatever else is going on in your day, leaving it behind. Coming into this moment right now. Taking a big breath in through your nose and releasing out of the mouth. Beautiful. Interlacing your hands and now reaching up over your head. Taking a big stretch over your head. And now just quickly leaning to the right side. Continuing to smooth out your breath. Coming back to center. Good. And now leaning to your left. And coming back to center. Beautiful. Now releasing your hands to the side, removing your pillow if you have one, and coming into tabletop position. So in tabletop, we want our shoulders over our wrists and our hips over our knees. So notice the alignment here. Amazing. We want our fingers nice and spread. And we want our index fingers pointing towards the front of the mat or even slightly outwards. Pressing into the ground to really round your upper spine. So that's your tabletop. From here, we're going to move our knees towards the outside of the mat. You can even bring your feet a little bit closer together, sinking your hips back into child's pose, allowing your head to relax towards the ground. Maybe your forehead touches the ground as your arms reach nice and forward. Taking a few moments here, sinking a little bit back with your hips, sliding your hands forward a little bit more. Relaxing your jaw, letting it drop a quarter of an inch. And making sure to breathe. Great. From here, shifting back up into your tabletop position. So again, shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, fingers spread nice and wide. And now we're going to move into some cat-cow. So as we inhale, we're going to arch our back, looking forward, bringing a smile to your face, opening through the chest. And as we exhale, we're going to do the opposite, pressing into the ground, rounding our spine, bringing our chin to our chest. This is your cat. Great, so inhale for cow, spreading through your collarbones, opening through your heart. And as you exhale, pressing into the ground, rounding your spine for cat. Good, one more round. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Great. Now from here, bringing your hands forward a little bit and stepping your feet back one at a time into a high plank. So your shoulders are over your wrists. You can always drop to your knees if you need to for now. But spreading through your fingers nice and wide, shoulders are over your wrists. Pressing into the ground to bring your shoulder blades nice and apart to round your upper spine. And now shifting your hips back into downward facing dog. So downward dog will take a little bit of time to establish this. You can take a break for now and just watch what I'm doing for now. But hands are about shoulder distance apart. And our toes are tucked, bending our knees at first so that we can really elongate our spine, relaxing our head. And now maybe you can straighten your hamstrings while keeping your spine where it is, opening through the backs of the knees. Good, so that's your downward dog. Let's do that again, once again, together. So coming back to tabletop, tucking your toes, stepping back, and shifting your hips back into downward facing dog, keeping your knees bent to start, relaxing your head. And now maybe starting to straighten your knees, opening through the backs of your kneecaps, bringing your heels towards the ground. Beautiful. Now from here, dropping your knees to the ground and bringing our hips to our heels for child's pose. We're going to move through these few poses in a little bit of a flow. Good. Now coming back up into tabletop position. So shoulders over your wrists, hips over your heels, fingers spread. Taking a slight cow, so slight arch in your back here. And now tucking your toes, pressing your hips back for downward facing dog. And now shifting your weight forward into your plank position, shoulders over your wrists, bringing your knees back down to the ground, untucking your toes, and shifting back into child's pose. We're going to move a little bit faster through these. So as you inhale, coming into that tabletop with a slight arch in your back for cow. And as you exhale, tucking your toes, shifting your hips back, downward facing dog. Doing your best. There's no perfect way to do each movement. Good. Inhale, shifting forward into your plank position. And exhale, dropping your knees down to the ground, untucking your toes. Child's pose. Beautiful. Inhale, shifting forward. Again, that tabletop, the slight arch in your back. And exhale, tucking our toes, downward facing dog. As we inhale, shifting forward to plank, shoulders over the wrists. Dropping our knees down on the exhale, shifting back nice and slow, child's pose. Beautiful. One more round. Inhale, that tabletop with a slight cow. You can move if you want. Move. Tucking your toes. On the exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale for your plank. And on the exhale, dropping your knees, untucking your toes for child's pose. Amazing. Slowly walk your hands towards your body. And that's it for today. Thank you for joining me for this short child's pose flow. I hope your spine feels nice and loose. Now, this was a beginner class, so hopefully it was nice and slow. And the next class you take will be a different style. Slowly, once you take these classes 1, 2, 3, 4 times, you'll start to get the hang of it, and you'll be able to move on to more advanced classes. But for now, linking just a few poses, really getting those nice and down. It's a great way to start. Welcome to yoga. I'm really happy you're here. Have a beautiful rest of your day.